What's up everybody, this is the Crazy Kirby Kid, and we just made a quick video to show you some of the stuff we've been working on in the past few weeks since patch 1.1.1. But here's some of the things I always want my opponent to do. I want them to stand still, shield, then dodge, then attack, and if they really have to, I want them to move. But standing still is the best, whether they're shielding or not shielding, because against shields you can bait shield grabs, you can create frame traps, and you can also shield stab. So it's important to play in a way that gets your opponent shielding as much as possible. But there's a concept called true block string, and that's a sequence of attacks that prevents your opponent from doing anything but shield once the first hit connects. So Mario's jabs are not a true block string. She can just simply roll out of it because of the gap in between the hits. Responding out of shield is tricky though, because as soon as you roll or shield grab or jump, you're dropping your shield and you could get hit by the next incoming attack. So timing is very important, and right there Mario was a little late on the shield grab, but if you're right on beat you can get it down to 5 frames of response time after the hit. So shield stun works based on damage just like everything else in Smash Brothers, and the more damage it does, the more shield stun and shield pause that you give. So if you stale the move out completely, the difference is about 7 frames. That's pretty cool. The perfect shielding multi-hitting attacks that are true block strings or pretty close to being true block strings preserves your frame advantage. So right here Pikachu did not perfect shield, so acts on frame 50, but there you hear the perfect shield, and on frame 43 Pikachu goes directly into a down tilt, skipping the 7 frames of shield drop. Perfect shielding multi-hitting attacks also keeps your shield from decaying as much. So it's always better to perfect shield. So even though there may be a lot more shield pressure from attacks like this, perfect shielding still beats them pretty cleanly. Dropping shield, it's only 7 frames, so it gives it a viable option out of defense, but you gotta know exactly what you're doing. Right here it took Sheik 23 frames to go from attacking to shielding, which happens on frame 1. And it takes Mario 13 frames to drop the shield and then respond with whatever he wants. So if you do a little math, that means you have about 9 frames to punish Sheik if you can perfectly drop shield after a forward tilt. And in 9 frames, that means you can do a lot of different kinds of attacks. We'll show you a few examples. Like you can drop shield up B, and up B hits on frame 3. Or if you up B out of shield and use the jump cancel frames, you can hit it on frame 13, very easy. You can drop shield up tilt because it hits on frame 5. Down tilt and forward tilt also hit on frame 5, so you have plenty of time to respond, and down smash also hits on frame. This video was brought to you by OneSmash in partnership with Tourney Locator. You can follow us at Serving Smash on Twitter, where we post a lot of interesting tech and follow-ups to a lot of the things we make in these videos. We'll see you guys next time.